Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Belgian Grand Prix, the Spa-Francorchamps. If that's how you pronounce it and stuff. There will be, I believe, there's going to be 22 laps of this famous track. Where you got some of the famous historical stuff anyway. Oh! And I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a dry. It looks like it's definitely going to be a dry quali, but will it be a dry race? That's what we're going to find out in a minute from the weather crew, hopefully. But as I said, I will talk about the updates as well from the weather. Sorry, not from the weather crew, but also from the tables, from the standees from last week, as well as. It was a great race, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely a great race as well. But with this, I'll talk about the standings as such. So at the Spa track, you got 4.352 miles with a 7.004 kilometres. We will have, as I said earlier, 22 laps. So Ferocious Dan is going to be the first driver to do it, so he'll be the one to do the actual qualifying lap of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. Inside stuff anyway. But a good evening to everyone that's joining the session. I hope you're okay and well. This is going to be an exciting battle here tonight, I think, anyway, because there's going to be so much battles going on left, right, centre, and I really cannot wait for it. With this, there is going to be 19 turns at the Belgian Grand Prix. 19 turns at the famous track. I have actually been there last season in the actual F1 2018 season, and with one of my mates from work, and it was an absolute belt of a weekend. It rained in qualifying on the part where I think it was the third part of the qualifying, but everything else was just all dry, and it was just absolutely immense stuff. But walking around the track, the famous track, is just immense. But driving around it throughout my historical career in the online league racing, I've not been a good fan with it. To be honest, that's the honest truth, because you just never know what to expect. The second sector always gets me, and I don't know why. That's just a habit from my side anyway. But Ferocious Dan will be doing the actual qualifying lap, and I will go through some of the famous corners here. We're passing the bus stop chicane now. And then here we go, this is the actual proper qualifying lap of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. We will have, coming up to the first hairpin corner, the famous corner here as well, and then coming to the down along straight here before we go into Eau Rouge. Now, this is the La Source corner I'm coming past now. Now, this is the famous Eau Rouge corner. It needs to be careful there, because some drivers have gone way off there. Then we're passing Radillon now. Then coming to the Kemmel Straight. Now, this is the part where it needs to be absolutely spot on with a 30 seconds marker. 30.2 on the super softs. That's not bad, to be fair. Not bad on that at all. Coming up to Les Coombs now. Passing turn 16, passing turn 7 now. Then coming up to turn 8 now. Then coming up to Malmedy, which I always call it the corner with no name there as well. Coming up to the long straight now. This is the part where it needs to be absolutely spot on. Passing Puchon. It's like Puchon. Passing Bellamont now. Coming to turn 12, then coming up to 13. Now the unlucky 13. Then coming up to turn 14. Now coming up to the end of the second sector now, and he gets 1 minute 15. This is the part where I said on the left hand side they're just gone. There was one driver yesterday who crashed his car, unfortunately, by mistake, which caused a massive pile up on some of the drivers there. They're going to be absolutely careful there. Then he's going to be passing turn 17 already. Then coming up to turn 18. Now the bus stop chicane. Then coming to turn 19. And that is what you are going to see, is what you're going to get as the qualifying lap of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. And that is the time that you're going to have to beat, guys, with a 1:44.8. Can anyone beat a 1:44.8 by Ferocious Dan? Oh! 1 minute 47.6. That was not the situation now because of that. It was because of the weather crew. It's going to be a dry race as well as the qualifying. So, brilliant stuff here. It's going to be fantastic stuff for the drivers here. So, this is going to be fantastic stuff here. So, watching Stephen now. Stephen had a fantastic race again. He's building up momentum. I know it's not. He's got he had a 5th and a 7th in the last 2 races. Snoop Dogg Marcus did a 145.6 on the soft tyre, so that's a good time to be fair. Stephen has done a 147.5 on the medium tyre. That's not a bad time to be fair on the mediums. But I'm just quite interested to see what the other guys are going to do. There's quite a few drivers missing tonight. Oh, Nitro Gash! He's moved up to 3rd with a 147.2 on the medium tyre. That's a good time to be fair. That's a cracking time. Captain Stick's gone back into the pits. He was not happy with that medium tyre that he was on. The Drivers' Championship leader at the moment. I will go through the stats with the drivers' situation at the moment here. But what can Brennan's do? The other the other Red Bull car. Hopefully they'll give some fantastic wings there. Steele has done a 147.3. Oh, Brennan's. I thought he was teasing us. He's just actually going to do his actual qualifying lap. So he's doing his actual qualifying lap on the medium tyre now. So based on what the guys are doing, Briggsy needs to try and improve his time and Steele needs to improve their times quickly because Frostad, he's on the new wheel as well. So this could be the turning point here. Because Captain Stiff is in the lead with 92 points. Mike is second with 71 points at 21 point gap. Snoop Dogg Marquis is in third with 64 points. Froshistan is in fourth with 61 points. F1 Richard is in fifth with 56 points. Oh! Brilliant stuff from Snoop Dogg Marquis with a 144 flat from the soft tyre. That's an absolute belter of a time whatsoever. Brennan's has gone wide. That may compromise his lap. Stephen and Nitrogash. Nitrogash again moves up to 145. But Brennan's! Silly Bang will not be happy if there's debris at the back. He'll not be happy with that. He'll have to clean that up after. What can Guna do? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. SJD, how you doing, mate? You alright? Good evening to you. Hope you're okay and well. We come up to the 10-minute marker now of the Invictus Wrestling League F3 League. What do you think is going to happen? Guna's made a massive mistake on turn 10 at the Malmedy corner, or the corner with no name. That's what I always call it anyway. But yeah, it's just a massive stuff anyway. But what can Guna do? Can he try and improve? But SJD, here's the question for you. Do you think there's going to be a shock with the times tonight? Do you think there'll be a massive shock? Or do you think someone will improve the times tonight? And also, is the stream alright? Because I haven't checked it today, to be fair. So what can Guna do? So what can Guna try and do everything possible? We've got green flags. There's a car ahead of Guna. I'm not sure who it is. I think that might be Steven trying to build his lap up. Yeah, he's trying to build his lap up on the medium tyre again. Guna! A 145.6. That's a cracking time from Guna. But compared to what Snoop Dogg Marquis done, needs to find 1.6 seconds out of somewhere just to match it. Sorry. But looking at this, Mike, he's gone back into the pits. He's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Briggsy and Steele need to improve their time quickly because they need to get into at least 144s. Boy, to stand any chance. Steele! He's teasing us. Absolutely teasing us. Briggsy's not happy with the super soft tyre, but he's going for the medium tyre. So if he wants to try and do well, he needs to try and aim what Nitric Gas has done. To be fair, compared to the tyres that I'm seeing now, a 143 is the perfect time for the super softs. For the soft tyres, it's like 144s, and the medium tyres are 145s. SJD says, stream's fine, mate. Times look reasonably competitive. Did Snoop Marcus set that time on the softs? Yeah, he did. That was his. I think that was his second go. I think. Yeah, that was his second go. Because as you can see, it's the best times. So his time was done on the soft tyre. So that's a cracking time, to be fair, based on the situations that I'm seeing here. But we're just watching Briggsy now on the medium tyre. So Briggsy had a shocking super soft time with a 147.6, but he's going on the medium tyre to try and... He must have made a mistake somewhere, because that's not his true time, to be fair. But just interested to see what everyone can do. But, as I said, do you think there'll be a shock tonight, SJD? Do you think there'll be a different pole sitter? Do you think someone would beat that 1 minute 44? Okay, I stand corrected. Oh, brilliant time from Ferocious Dan. Brilliant stuff. A 143.4. Brilliant stuff on the super soft. But what can Briggsy? Briggsy's massively improved from the 147. So he made a massive mistake on the super softs earlier on in the session. So that is understandable there. A 145.9 on the medium tyre. That's a good time. Compared to Nitric Ash's time, he's a 4/10 off them 2 times, to be fair. So that's still a good time. Still a good time. But what can Nitric Ash is on the soft tyre coming up now. So these guys are going to have to be careful with Eau Rouge. These guys are going to have to be very, very careful with Eau Rouge because of what happened yesterday. And also, oh, Nitric Ash. Who's that? Was that Snoop Dogg? No, Snoop Dogg. That is Steel. Nitric Ash thought that was... Interested to see what Snoop Dogg Market can do on the super soft tyre. So I'm expecting Snoop Dogg Market to beat what Ferocious stands at 143.4. So this is the time that he's going to have to beat. He's going to have to get... He will improve his time because I'm expecting the 143s for the super softs. The softs, I expect the 144s, obviously. So... This is going to be interesting stuff here. What can Snoop Dogg... Oh, try to be absolutely delicate at... Oh, he's made a mistake. He made a mistake at Eau Rouge. That's why he's slowed down. Unless he's still going. Unless he's still going. I don't know, but... I'll come back to him in a minute. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Stephen. Oh, try to be absolutely delicate at Eau Rouge. Now... Got the DRS straight now on the medium tyre, so he's done a 146.6, but can he try and improve his time? He does improve his time slowly by 2/10, so he might get a 146.4 at the moment. We've got yellow flag sector 1. Where's Mike? Oh, don't tell me he's one of the casualties of the Eau Rouge part. Oh no! He has! Oh, Mike! I did say earlier on in the session, they've got to be very careful with Eau Rouge, because that's the part where they need to be absolutely delicate. And after what happened with Mike did a good time yesterday in the Performance League 1. But, yeah, oh, Mike would be thinking, what do I need to do? It's like, Mamma Mia! I don't know how you say it in Belgium, but it's like, Mamma Mia! Unbelievable. It's just madness stuff. Absolutely madness stuff here. So as far as I can see, Stephen might improve his time. Stephen's teasing us again. Every time I want to watch, they're all teasing to go back into the pits. That's all they're doing. SJD says he's not having a great time at the moment, Mike. Bet he can't wait for the new game. Oh, Brennan's just retired. Browns has retired from the session, so something I didn't see what happened there, but I'm not sure if something happened. Oh, yellow flag! Oh, he crashed! I said at the start of the session, they've got to be careful of Eau Rouge, and they've got to be careful of that corner, that turn 15. Turn 15. That's the part where SJD, well, Ben Musket made a massive mistake on that corner, which caused a bit of the DNFs on some of the drivers here. But what can Nitrogash do? Nitrogash can't improve his suit. SJD says that brought back flashbacks from last night. Oh no. We'll try and eliminate that quickly. Hopefully they'll try and eliminate that as well quickly. So Mike is the casualty of the Eau Rouge. Brennan's is the casualty of the turn 15. The deadly turn 15, which is on the... I don't know why they've put the curbs right at the edge of the... when they go wide there, because that's what's going to happen if they don't get that corner right. I understand. Oh, brilliant stuff from Snoop. Snoop Dogg Marky has done the fastest lap with a 1:43.2. Brilliant time on the Super Softs. Brilliant time. Absolutely brilliant time. If I was Nitrogash, now I would just keep on the mediums, because he's had a massive, brilliant qualifying lap. Obviously, he's going to have some problems with Steele and Guna on the fastest the fastest soft tyres. But seeing from what Nitrogash has done on the mediums in third place, I would just keep it at third, because he can do a long stint. He can try and get ahead of the super soft tyres as quickly as possible. Don't you agree, SJD? Or do you think Nitrogash is still running? For me personally, I would just scrap the lap if I was him. I was going for it. Nitrogash. Oh, Steele's moved up to third with a 1:44.8. Oh, Steele's retired. There's a crash. Something must happen with Steele. Oh, we got 1 minute left. We got 1 minute left of the qualifying. What has happened to Steele? Because as soon as he crossed over the line, about down the lap, that's when that's happened there. But I have to wait and see what happens here. But massive stuff here. Brixie just going to try and improve his time here. But let's see what happens in the final countdown now. Time is up. The time is up. The fans are stopped at the Crystal Maze. On the Crystal Maze show on Channel 4. Watch it because it's classic. But also, the qualifying has stopped on the Invictus Racing League F3 League. Massive, massive stuff here. What can Brixie do? So, what can Ferocious Dan do actually? Can Ferocious Dan won't improve his time. Captain Steve, the Drivers' Championship leader, moves up to fourth. He's saying before the race, he's saying he was not happy with the track, Belgium, as a whole there. So just watching Brixie now. So Ferocious Dan won't improve his time because he's not doing the fastest ERS mode here. But SG said strategy will be important. It's possible to do a one stop from super softs onto softs, but you really need to look after your tyres. Starting on mediums or softs would give you more options in the race. So SJD Kravitz will be there. Oh no, Brixie's got no ERS. Would that compromise his lap? Would that compromise his lap? He's still going. He's still going. Moves up to third. He moves up to third with a soft tyre after he had a a shocking super soft tyre. Earlier on, I think he definitely made a mistake on the first stint that he did. But the soft tyre, that's a definitely good time with the 144s with the soft tyres. To be fair, that's still a good time. Still a massive good time from him. Frosestein will definitely go back into the pits. What can O'Stephen do? O'Stephen crosses the line now. He moves up to 7th with a 145.5. So a good time from O'Stephen now. So Colin Jay's the only one out of the crew who have not done a lap in. Mike Brennan's, if you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately they've had a bit of an accident, one at Eau Rouge and one at turn 15, which is the dodgiest corner of them all when you try and get out of there quickly. Here are your short qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League F3 League. You got Snoop Dogg Marquis in first, Frosestein in second, Briggsy in third, Steele, Agent Steele in fourth, Captain Stiff in fifth, Nigel Gash in sixth, O'Stephen in seventh, Gunnar in eighth, Mike, Brennans and Colin J have all had no times. I still need to check about Steele. He made a mistake on after he'd done the qualifying lap, so I need him to make sure he checks that as well. Just have to wait and see what happens. SJD says looks like Gareth is on a lap with supers. Expect him to challenge for pole. He nearly did. He nearly did. I tell you what, guys, this is going to be a massive, frantic start here. They've got to be careful with the first few corners. To be fair, they've got to be careful with the first few corners. To be fair, because the last few times that I've seen at the Belgian Grand Prix, the first corner, and it's always an old saying with an old saying of that one. You can never win a race by the first corner, but you can always lose it on the first corner. So that's why I always say to them, make sure that they be careful with the cut, because you don't want to ruin someone's race after they've practiced like for a week or quite a lot of weeks on their favourite tracks, or maybe it's just the luck of the draw. And if you can do it on the day of the race, then fair dues on that one. But they've got to be very careful here. Because this track, especially at Eau Rouge, that I've seen many times tonight, where it's just madness stuff here, because they've got to be careful. They're going to be absolutely careful. So SJD, from what you've seen in the qualifying, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think there'll be who do you think's going to? What's your predictions for your top three tonight? SJD says, will be an interesting battle between Marky and Dan, with everyone else on softs. Expect them to break away at the start. Undercut will be tempting, but it's a risk. You can easily get caught in traffic. They need to make the tyres last as long as possible. And I do agree. But if you was in their position, SJD, what would you have gone for? Would you have gone for the super softs tonight? Would you have gone for the super soft softs? That's what I reckon some people would do, as the drivers will go for it anyway. SJD says Mark to win, Snoop Dogg Marky to win, Dan in second and Gareth in third. So quite interesting on. But again, for the drivers who are on the super softs, you need to do what Wave and Tell did yesterday. Wave and Tell started on the softs, I think. And then he went on to the super softs at the end, and he just drove past the guys who were on the medium tyres as well. So yeah, just checking them all out now. So SJD says I'd have gone for the super softs onto the softs. Pitting lap 8, 9. So you reckon 8 or 9 from the super softs to do that. So if Snoop Dogg or Frosestein is listening, live and exclusive, they will have to try and listen to what SJD is doing. SJD says probably on pit lap 8, 9, if he was doing it as well. Probably lap 8, 9, based on the super soft starts. With the softs, they've got to last 13, 14 laps if they want to stand any chance. SJD says any other than that, then they'll have to go on to the mediums, which is which is understandable. They can't afford to do a two-stop. They cannot afford to do a two-stop around here. So Brennan's is the only one here who's doing the medium tyre after he had that collision at turn 15 where we've just gone past there. Mike's going for the soft tyre, so he's going on this. So the guys on the soft tyres, they'll definitely have to go for the soft super softs at the end. So it'll be a mad, frantic ending. So it depends on how Marky and Dan can last those super softs to the end. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But anything could happen, ladies and gentlemen. Anything could happen in the F1 racing, and I can't wait for it at the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's hope there's not going to be a 1998 situation where there's a massive pile-up. I know it's not raining, but let's hope there's not more pile-ups on here. But I can't wait for this frantic battle, because Captain Stiff is the Drivers' Championship leader in 5th. Snoop Dogg Marky trying slowly catching up to the drivers at the top. And Mike is in 9th, who's 2nd in the Drivers' Championship. So he'll be the one to watch as well. So we've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we are go, go, go. Oh, there's still good starts. So many good starts from everyone. But Captain Steve moves up to 4th. I was trying to see if there's any action at the back. Oh, this is going to be oh my God. Look at the... Oh, Rouge. Oh, Rouge. Oh, Rouge. Oh, they're going to be very careful there. It's only the first lap. They're going to be absolutely careful. Captain Steve going for the outside there. But it's... Protestant moves up to the lead. No, Snoop Dogg moves back up to the first. Oh, we've got two many beds. But brings him back into 3rd. What a move. What a recovery. But Captain Steve might have a chance here for 3rd. No. Oh, thank God for that. It was just like manic start there of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, Stephen might have a chance to try and get past Steele. Agent Steele cleared the click with a 66. Oh, he doesn't want to do too much because he's got another drive beyond. Oh, Gunnar. Oh, Steve is still side by side. Oh my God, that could have been nasty stuff there by Stephen. But he's still holding on. What a drive. Nitrogash. I don't know what happened to Nitrogash. He's dropped right down to 9th now. He needs to try and bounce back quickly as well. What can Stephen do? Stephen's right on the flyer here to try and get past Steele quickly. Try and get past onto the bus stop chicane part here. Gunnar's really trying to get back. Oof, that could have been nasty stuff there, but still going. They're still going. There's about a 7-car battle here. 6-car battle. Losing count there. Madness starts. This is a great train coming up now. Snoop Dogg Mark is trying to pull away from Ferocious Dan in 2nd place. Briggs is going to try and catch up to them as well. But madness. SJD says brilliant driving so far and absolutely top notch. What's happened to the Gunnar? What has happened to Gunnar? Is Gunnar being the foul of the Eau Rouge situation? Still watching this battle from Stephen. Trying to get past Steele quickly. He needs to get past him. He needs to get past him if he wants to get a good result here tonight. Boy. But like I said, for anything like this, Mike needs to try and get by Captain Stiff in the next few laps to stand any chance of a good... Oh, Brennan's on this Red Bull teammate. I'm not sure what's happening with Nitrogash, but he might lose out another place here if he doesn't watch out. Gunnar must have made a mistake. Has Nigel Gash lost a bit of his front wing? Because he's struggling with the car at the minute. He really is struggling at the back of the car, the grid here. I'm trying to look to see if there's any damage on the front wing. Yes, there is a bit of damage. There is a bit of damage on the left-hand side, as you can see, just briefly. Yeah, he's got a bit of wing damage there, so he might go back in. Yeah, he's going in. Just trying to see if there's any other battles going on. Oh, Stephen thought he had a chance to try and close in on Steele, but because of that, Mike's pointing in now to join in the battle here for 6th place. But Stephen's slowly trying to catch up to Steele for 5th place. We might have a 4-car battle here. We might have a 4-car battle here soon. Compared to that as well. Captain Steve will be a sitting duck here. Needs to be watch out for Steele. Needs to watch out for Stephen. Brilliant driving. Absolutely brilliant driving from these guys. Absolutely brilliant stuff. They need to keep doing this more often. And they do all the time. They absolutely do this all the time. But what can O'Stephen do? O'Stephen needs to try and get by Steele as quickly as possible here. So, try to get some more drink in me. Steele try to close in on Captain Steve for 4th place at this moment in time. Nigel Gash had to pit. He's going to go for the medium tyres, so he's got no other choice but to go long on the mediums. Unfortunately, he has to go long on those medium tyres. Steele, they need to be very careful. I don't know why that curb at turn 15 is so dangerous. I know they're trying to avoid drivers driving way off the track, but they need to get... Oh! Something must happen with Gunnar again. Because Colin J just went past Gunnar. Oh, as you can see at the bottom of the grid, Mike, two in a bed, two in a bed, two in a bed, two in a bed. This could be a belt of a move. What a move by Mike. SJD says, stop going wide at turn 15. It doesn't end well. But it won't end well for Captain Steve, who will lose out on 4th place here. To Steele, who's moved on to 4th now. Captain Steve drops down to 5th now. This is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant driving from these guys here. Absolutely brilliant stuff. We've got a couple of battles going on. We've got Captain Steve Steele for 4th place. We've got Mike and O'Stephen trying to catch up to the guys who are challenging for 4th place as well. So that's the only battle we can see, the 4-car battle there, as you've just seen on the screen there. So at the moment there, Snoop Dogg Marquis improved his lead. We've got yellow. Oh, Snoop! Oh no! What has happened to Snoop? Oh, it's crashed! Snoop has crashed! Oh my days! Oh my days! That is absolutely unbelievable stuff. I would not expect that from that corner there. As I was saying, just Snoop Dogg Marquis was 2.5 seconds ahead of Ferocious Dan. Now, Snoop Dogg Marquis, ouch, that's what SJD said, ouch, definitely ouch, and absolute ouch from Snoop Dogg, because he definitely would have won this race. The way he was trying to pull away from Ferocious Dan slowly, but Mike, no, don't do this, don't do what, oh thank God for that. Don't do what Mr. Sky Seed did. Don't do what... Oh, this could be a 3. Could this be another 3 to bed? Oh, come on. We need another 3 to bed. We had that yesterday in the Performance League 1 race last night. On the last lap, please, let's have another 3 in the bed tonight. Please have another 3 in the bed. This could be a brilliant race. This is absolutely a classic so far. SJD says curbs are vicious around here, so easy to get caught out. Definitely. And Snoop Dogg Marquis, good evening to him. He's absolutely livid. He's absolutely livid. He says, no! Absolutely livid with Belgium. He absolutely does not want to go back there ever again after what happened there. Well, SJD would have said the same thing about it yesterday as well. But at the moment here, I said, Snoop, if you're there, I said the way that he was pulling away from Ferocious Dan slowly, he was like 2.5 seconds. I think he would have won it, or at least gained a lot of points from Captain Stiff, who's in 4th at the moment in this race. Mike, oh my God, Mike! Mike's on fire at the minute. Chad, oh what a burst out move there! Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant for Mike. SJD says Mark jinxed you, Mike. No, I didn't. I have never ever. I would never ever jinx anybody. Never. Never. What can Captain Stiff do? Trying to close in on Mike now for 3rd again. She's going to be on the DRS straight now. Mike could have the corner in, but Captain Stiff is going like faster straight line speed there. Faster straight line speed. I am so sorry, Snoop, if I ever caused any action going on there, but unfortunately that's a commentator's curse, not a Malk curse or anything like that, so it's a commentator's curse. But like I said, just as I said that he was in like 2.5 seconds ahead of Ferocious Dan, who's just pitted now for fresh medium tyres, who's on lap 6. As you rightly said, SJD, he had no. If you pit on lap 8, 9, then you would have had to go for the soft tyre. But because Ferocious Dan is on the medium, just gone on the medium tyre, he has gone under 9 laps of the race. So let's say lap 6 of the race as well. But we've got 2 battles going on. We've got Mike and Captain Stiff. The 2 challengers, actually. The 2 challengers for the... oh no, sorry. Take that back. Well, they are the 2 challengers of the Drivers' Championship. But Mike's really going for it at the minute. So it's the biggest mover at the minute with 6 moves. SJD says, you had some impressive pace tonight though, Mark. Nice work. Yeah, he did, to be fair. I think he would have definitely guaranteed top 2. The way that he was trying to pull away from Ferocious Dan. So Ferocious Dan would have a breather sigh of fresh air here, but bear in mind he's going to have to do the medium tyres to last that long now. He can't do another stop unless he makes a mistake. He can't do another stop. Oh Stephen might have a chance for 4th. He moves up to 4th. No, 2 in the bed. Oh, brilliant move from Stephen. Absolutely brilliant from Stephen. What a move. As I said earlier, Stephen, during the races, he's doing nothing but brilliant driving. It's just a shame that his tyre wear is letting him down on the last few races, because I think he would have had guaranteed a podium at least in one of the races, especially at Mexico as well. Oh no, was it Mexico? I think it was Australia or Mexico, where he would have had some decent points in, and he would have made the lead if he kept it going. But it was this tyre wear that was kept going, left, right and centre. SJD says mediums will easily last till the end. For Dan, he needs to make sure these laps now count though, whilst the rest are on used soft tyres, which is true. They've got to be absolutely spot on. We've got three battles going on. We've got Steel, Mike for the 2nd, 3rd. We've got Captain Steve, who I'm watching, against Stephen for 4th, 5th. And then also you've got Brennons and Colin J. Colin J in 7th at the moment here. So, brilliant driving from everyone here. Absolutely brilliant driving. Boston. Briggsy holding on for 1st. But Steel, oh my God, this could be a challenge for the top. got to be absolutely delicate around Eau Rouge. Prix had to drop out a bit. Chance for the lead. Still could be in for the lead. What? Yes. Yellow flag set. No. Brennans. Oh, Brennans has gone. But what a move by Ferocious-Dan. Steele drops down to second. Oh, side by side. Oh, that could have been a brilliant move there. I was trying to see where Brennan's got hit or got caught up on there. But it was Eau Rouge again. So Brennan's, who's just done turn 15, and now... Oh! Prix, but not that Giggsy. He's made a massive mistake on on Belgian corner. If that's the corner that I'm on about correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But now Stephen moves back up to third. Moves up to third now. So that's a good time, to be fair. But Mike could have a chance to try and get in the lead for the first time this race. But can Briggsy try and get past Briggsy could try and get past Stephen now for third, whilst Captain Stiff is right at the back. Luckily, Briggsy has not lost any delivery, so Silly Bang will be happy with him in this race so far. But he looks like he's struggling with that tyre wear. We are coming up to the point now where the tyres are going to be absolutely screaming now. Ferocious-Dan's done the fastest lap. Ferocious-Dan's done the fastest lap on 1:47.6. So that's a great time. Magnificent time, to be fair, on the medium tyre. So, Mike still holding on. Mike's still holding on here. Can he try and get past Steele for first? Mike still holding on for first, but Captain Stiff moves up to fourth. Oh, what a move! Briggs is dropped down to fifth now. This could be make or break for O'Stephen to get his first ever podium. Come on, guys, hashtag O'Stephen podium or hashtag O'Stephen to try and get that momentum going for him to get into the podium stuff. At the moment, we're on lap 9 of 22 of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. I know I probably think I'm biased here, but I want to see O'Stephen get his first ever podium. And I think the majority of the F3 crew desperately need him to do it. Same with Nitrogash. I wanted him so much every time, every week, to do a brilliant race. SJD says, come on, Stephen, you can do it. So we got a 3-car battle here for third place here. Oh, Stephen's driving a magnificent race. I know there's been a few battles, issues from some of the cars behind, hence why he's moved up to third. But Mike could have a chance to try and get ahead of Steele. Steele goes it in. Steele has pitted. So Mike, after had a DNF in the qualifying, he's now in first place. So this could be the one where Mike can now capitalise on it now. Needs to pull away from O'Stephen quickly because, well, O'Stephen will be a sitting duck here because there's 3 cars. Snoop Dogg has left the session. They've got to be careful with O'Stephen might drop down to third. Captain Stiff has got to have a chance to try and catch up to Mike for first. But he needs speed, O'Stephen. Oh, no! No! Oh, damn it. You don't know what to say with that, do you? Really? What do you think, guys? What do you think's happened there? Oh, to be fair, Captain Stiff was ahead in the corner, but I don't know if O'Stephen just late braked to that point. Brennan's just left the session, but Nitrogash might have a chance to try and close in on Guna now for 8th place. So Guna's just gone on the fresh medium tyres now, so Nitrogash will have a chance here. SJD says, stop saying drivers are doing well, Mal. It's not... I, they were doing well. Nigel Gash. Oh my god, 2 in the bed. 2. Oh, that could be a wheel banging there. Oh god, that could have been nasty stuff there. But Nigel Gash may have another chance here on Guna for 8th place here. Froshistan moves up to 3rd. No, drops down to 3rd. Drops to the 4th. No, backs up to 3rd. I don't even know what to say anymore now. Froshistan moves up to 3rd now, so he's back into the podium stuff now. Moves back up to the podium stuff now. Can Nigel Gash try and bounce back here? I thought Brixie might have a chance here to try and close in on Froshistan in 3rd place again. Nigel Gash moves up. Oh, what a move! What a move by Nigel Gash! What a move by Nigel Gash! But he'll be a sitting duck here because Guna, unless he gets a good exit. He lost a bit of the gears. But he might have a slipstream here of Nigel Gash. Nigel Gash is just holding on for 8th. Just holding on for 8th. So he's doing a magnificent job to hold on there. So Nigel Gash will need to pull away quickly because he needs to try and get closer to some of the drivers here as quickly as possible. But we've got a couple of battles going on. We've got Captain Steve Froshistan in 2nd and 3rd, respectively. SJD says, at this rate, Dan will catch up with Mike before he pits. Mike and Gareth will need to make up a whole pit stop on the Super Softs. It's possible, but a tough ask. Oh! Froshistan. Oh, he's got a good exit. He's got a good exit here. He could have a chance here. Oh, what a move! What a move from Froshistan. Moves up to 2nd now. So Froshistan on the fresh medium tyre now. Normally the pits is normally about 20 to 25 seconds. Normally about 20 to 25 seconds. So would this be an opportunity here to say that Guna's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings? He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. Steele's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. You don't know which one to pick. You don't know which one is going to happen here. Can Guna try and try to catch up with Nigel Gash? He's way ahead at the moment here. He's 5 seconds behind Colin J at the minute for 7th place. So he wants to try and get back into, get some more decent points in for this race tonight. But Guna may think otherwise here because this is the only closest battle we've got at the moment here. We're on lap 12 of 22 of the Invictus Racing League F3 League. Give me a sec. Oh yes. Oh yes. So Guna's got through. Just need that drink, sorry. So Guna's 6/10 behind Nigel Gash for 8th place. However, Guna's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Same with Briggs is pitted. Briggsy has pitted. None of the other soft drivers have pitted yet. So this could be make or break situation here. Briggs has gone for the Super Softs. Briggsy has gone for the Super Softs, so he would get ahead. May get ahead of... Yeah, he'd definitely get ahead of Colin J. At the moment here. You should get a multiple warning sound effect, Mark. I should do, actually. If I did the Thunderbirds countdown, I need to do the multiple warnings! That part. We'll have to pay for that. What can Guna do? Guna needs to try and get good momentum here. Nigel Gash will be a sitting duck here if he doesn't watch out here. because this is the only closest bar we've got in this race at the moment here, until some of the soft drivers have gone in for the pit stops as well. We had 11 started, but 9 are remaining intact in the Belgian Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a belter of a race here, and it always has. This has been a belter of a race. What can Gunnar do? Gunnar needs to think of, otherwise, even if he tries to get past Nitrogas, he needs to try and get another 3 seconds on top of him to stay in 8th. Otherwise, he will stay in 9th where he is at the moment here. But for you, SJD, when do you think Mike's going to pit in? Do you think Mike's going to pit in on lap 15, 16? Captain Stiff's pitted. So Captain Stiff has pitted. Bear in mind, Frosty is slowly catching Mike up at the moment here. Oh, Stephen has pitted as well. So Captain Stiff, oh, Stephen have both pitted now. SJD says he needs to be thinking about it now. Yeah, he needs to think about it, but at this moment in time. So Briggsy, who pitted for the first from the soft to the super soft, goes ahead. Captain Stiff gets ahead out of the pits. But where's O'Stephen? O'Stephen. Where's O'Stephen? O'Stephen's just behind Colin J, so you might have a catch up with Colin J for 6th place here. But at the moment here, Gunnar's got still behind Nitrogas here with 5/10. Losing so much time on Old Rouge. So much time. Needs to try and catch up quickly. But the guys who are on the super softs, they need to catch up with the guys on the medium tires. So I'll just do the timing of the leaderboard now. So at the moment, chance for Gunnar. Gunnar could have a chance here. Gunnar. Look, goggling, but no, Gunnar. Right. Gunnar must be having some good cornering speed, but Nitrogas must be having the straight line speed here. Nitrogas still holding on for 8th. Bear in mind, he had to pit early with the issue from the debris, well, issue from his wing as well. Mike pits. Mike has pitted, but where does he come out? Does he try and get ahead of Steele? I'm trying to watch this battle here with Gunnar, because I want to see if Gunnar can try and get past Nitrogas. Briggs has got the fastest lap of 1:46.8. Oh, Stephen might have a chance on Colin J in a minute for 6th place, but I want to see this battle. I really want to see that battle. It's like I really want to see those fingers from the shooting stars of Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. But what could we see in this battle here? We might have a two-car battle here. Oh, Stephen might have a chance on Colin J. Got a good straight line speed there. Gunnar's got another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and he gets past Colin J. So what a move from Mo Stephen. Needs to do more of that. He needs to do more of that to stand any chance of getting the podium stuff. SJD says they can gain maybe 2 seconds a lap on the super softs. Gareth has made the right choice. I think Briggs is maybe a lap early. Mike is at risk of coming out behind Gareth. Not now, but at that time, SJD says I call it wrong. Mike must have had a great in lap. Yeah, he to be fair, compared to Captain Stiff's and Mike, 7 seconds, would you say? About 7 seconds. So 7 seconds away. 7 seconds away. 7 seconds away. I need to stop singing. So what can Gunnar do? Can Gunnar try and get another attempt on Nitrogas for 8th place? Bear in mind he's had another penalty on top because he had three seconds worth of penalties already in the race. But Mike's 14 seconds behind Frostan with 6 laps left of the race. SJD says 2 seconds a lap. Mike might be able to do it. if he can pull it off, if he can pull it off. Any mistake from Dan? Well, it's 15 seconds now. 15.1. He notices that Frostan knows that Mike is on the super softs now, so he needs to try and pull away quickly. But I'm just trying to see this battle here with Gunnar and Nitrogash. Gunnar's struggling on the All Rouge. He's really struggling with that one. But can Captain Stiff, the Drivers' Championship leader? So at the moment, before tonight's race, Mike was 21 points behind Captain Stiff. If it stays like this, and I'm not saying it will, but if it stays like this, 15, 12, 10, 8, 7, oh no, 8, 6, Mike would gain 6 points ahead of Captain Stiff. So 15 points the gap it would be if it stays like this. So, but Mike wants that ultimate win to try and at least catch up to Captain Stiff, who's trying his hardest to get into 4th at the minute with on here. But anything could happen here. Anything could happen on this Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. This could be. Let's hope there's no more silly bang moments here, because this has been an absolutely belter of a race. From the rate that Captain Stiff's doing at the minute, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets into 4th, which would knock 2 points off the gap between Mike and Captain Stiff. So it would be a 4-point gap, not a not 4-point gap. Sorry, 4 points gained. Well, 6 points gained, but it could be 4. Oh, Brixie! Brixie's going on the inside. Captain Stiff holding on the outside. And he makes the move. But can Brixie try and bounce back ability here? No. No, no, he doesn't. Brixie holds on for 5th, so Captain Stiff moves up to 4th. So you've got to try and have another challenge now to stop Steele. If Captain Stiff gets to the 3rd, normally it's 15, 12, 10. So at the moment, Mike would gain 4 points. So it will be a 17 point gap now. Unless Captain Stiff makes a massive mistake. Unless, I'm just saying, unless he makes a massive mistake. Which, from the rate that Captain Stiff's doing at the minute, I don't think it's possible here. But, like I said, this has been an absolutely belter of a race tonight. Absolute belter of a race. But what can Gunnar do? Nitrogash, his tyres will be absolutely screaming at the minute. But Gunnar, oh, he's trying to go on the inside there of Nitrogash. Oh my God, Gunnar's nearly lost it, the car there. So he would have some dirty tyres at the minute. Got to be very careful with that wall there. Same with Nitrogash. But Gunnar might have a chance here to try and catch up to Nitrogash for 8th place. But bear in mind, as I keep saying it, Gunnar's got 6 seconds worth of penalties as things stand. But Nitrogash needs to be very careful here, because you can see the line of the medium tyres slowly appearing on the left hand side. So he needs to be very careful here, Nitrogash. He's got another 4 laps left of the race, so he's going to have to do 19 laps on the medium tyre. So that wasn't what he was intended to do at the start anyway. 4 laps left. Mike's 13 seconds behind for Frostan. Needs to do about 3 seconds now. Needs to catch up to Frostan by 3 seconds. If Captain Stiff, oh, Gunnar made a massive mistake there. If Captain Stiff gets past Steele for 3rd, this will be a 19 point gap between himself and Mike. But Mike will need to think what I need to do to try and get past, or try to get ahead as quickly as possible. He knows 13 seconds, but he needs to try and get boosts somewhere quickly. But where's Captain Stiff? Captain Stiff, but bear in mind, Briggs is right behind Captain Stiff, so he needs to try and get past Steele quickly. Steele's doing a magnificent job at the minute. Captain Stiff's going for the inside. He would have the better exit here. Captain Stiff's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. So now he desperately needs to get past Steele quickly. Otherwise he would drop. He would drop to 5th. But he needs to pull away 3 seconds when he gets past Steele. Just to stay in the podium stuff tonight. They have to be absolutely careful here. But what can Captain Stiff do? Captain Stiff must have the chance. Oh my god, that could have been nasty stuff there. But Captain Stiff moves up to 3rd. Captain Stiff has moved up to 3rd. With a brilliant move. Now he's going to have to pull away with 3 seconds now. And he has to drive like a madman on that one. Madness stuff. We've got lap 19-22 of the Invictus Racing League. The F3 League. And I'll tell you what, this has been a belter of a race. This has been absolute belters of a race. Mike's 11.5 seconds. Oh, yes. So at the moment, Captain Stiff is 1.1 seconds ahead of Steele. Well, 1.3 now. But Big C might spoil that party here because as things stand, it would lose out. No, actually. Captain Stiff would drop down to 5th if it stays like this because of the gap. Brilliant driving, absolutely brilliant driving here from the Invictus Racing League F3 League. SJD says, this is the frustrating thing about the warning system. Gareth didn't get any advantage there going wide. I was kind of forced into it. Very difficult to code those variables into the game. It is hard. When you're programming a game, you gotta make sure, is the car ahead? Are you trying to gain a lot of advantage, or did he, to be honest, has he had more warnings than before this? Because it could have been a straight 3-second penalty. It could have had a few warnings beforehand, and then he had the 3rd warning to get the first lot of penalty in this. But at the minute, he will definitely lose out on 3rd. He would lose out. He will drop down to 5th if it stays like this. So at the moment, the gap of the point situation between Mike and Captain Stiff is now still 19 seconds, but it will definitely be 15 if it drops down any more. So 2.3 seconds, 2.4 from Captain Stiff to Briggsy. So Briggsy needs to try and put the laps in quickly. I think you're right there, SJD Kravitz. I'm going to call it SJD Kravitz if you don't mind on that one, because you just said that Stiff pitted on the right time for those tyres. Mike, you would have thought, be worried about the tyre where Briggsy is drifting off a bit now because he's on lap 8 of those super softs now. So madness stuff here. SJD says I've been called worse. I'm not even going to ask what was the worst ones ever, but can Steele try and close in on Captain Stiff for 3rd place? So at the moment here, looking at the timing situation, Briggsy could lose out on 4th place if he doesn't catch up to the guys ahead quickly, because at this moment it's 2.6, 2.4 now. Have to wait and see what happens here in this situation here. This has been a belter of a race here. But what can Guna do? Can Guna try and catch up to Nitrogrash, which he has been trying to do for the majority of this race tonight here? Bear in mind, Nitrogash. Bear in mind, his tyre wear must be absolutely screaming now. He must be absolutely screaming at those tyre wears there. But, still watching Steele. Try to do everything he can. Have to wait and see what happens here. Briggs has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So at the moment, Briggs lose out, but Steele may move up to third. Steele may move up to third. Steele's moving up to third. Briggs has gone. Sorry, Steele's gone a little bit wide there, but he will have to watch out with Captain Stiff's on charge. And it what? Two passing the Camel straight here. Captain Stiff might have a chance here for the DRS straight, but still holding on the inside. Oh, there was a bit of contact there, but that was a good move there from Captain Stiff. Good move there from Captain Stiff. At this moment in time, Briggsy would lose out. Gunner's retired. Oh no, Gunners must have hit the Eau Rouge part. Eau Rouge is the deadliest part of the track in this game. Then many of the years that you can't go flat out up the hill. Boy. But what about Steele? Steele thought he had a chance there to try and close in on Captain Stiff. So now, still under a second now. But Captain Stiff would drop down. Oh! After watching this battle, we're already on lap 22. And congratulations to Ferocious Dan. I do apologise, mate. I was watching all these battles here. So, congratulations to Ferocious Dan, who just won the Invictus Racing League F3 League at the Belgian track. Brilliant stuff. What a drive from him. Mike's finished second. Oh, Captain Stiff finishes third. Okay. Unless Steele had the same penalties as Captain Stiff. Unless he had the same penalties as Captain Stiff. I'm just being confused with that. I thought this was going to be a manic, frantic battle here. SJD says, great race from Dan and great recovery from Mike. Well done, guys. Yeah, brilliant drive. Brilliant drive. After what happened at the start there, it was just madness stuff there. I thought Captain Stiff had a 3. I didn't see. I couldn't remember if Steele had the penalty. I couldn't remember. If he did, that was a last minute stuff on that lap. So fair play to Captain Stiff. So now I'll have to have a look at the point stuff because I was a bit confused. I'm still confused. Oh, they all had the 3-second penalty. Fair enough. Here are your race classification for the Belgian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League F3 League. You got Ferocious Dan in first, Mike in second, Captain Stiff in third, Steele in fourth, Briggsy in fifth, O'Stephen in sixth, Colin J in seventh, Nigel Gash in eighth, Guna, Brennan, Snoop Dogg, Markey have all had a DNF. And there's your penalty stuff. I just had confirmation from Briggsy. He says the last corner got him a 3-second penalty. He would have been third. He would have guaranteed third on there. Oh, he's absolutely gutting. SJD says cheers for the commentary, Mark. No worries. Try my hardest. As always with the F3 and the Performance Leagues 1 as well. And also with anything that goes with the Invictus Racing Leagues as well. So I'll be inviting Ferocious Dan, Mike and Captain Stiff for their podium questions. I don't know if Ferocious Dan's got his mic with him tonight. I'll try and invite him in, but if he hasn't, he hasn't got his mic with him. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. But I'm just going to invite Mike. Right. I can't invite Ferocious Dan, because he's got. Good evening, Mike. Oh, okay. I'll try to do your stuff then. Um, yeah, that's fine. All right, mate. Yeah, that's fine. Mike's just shooting off for a few minutes. He's just trying to sort out a few things. He'll be back with us quickly as possible. Ferocious Dan had to shoot off, but he will definitely be here next week if he gets in the podium stuff again tonight. And Captain Stiff has just joined the session. I'm not even going to ask Captain to say that you've got your loud voices to be shared because you do the best commentary on the No Assist League, don't you, mate?
Oh, well, thank you for being so kind.
And Sab as well. You two do
Of
good
course.
commentary. So I'm just the you know the mentor, shall we say, on that one. But Mike's just had to shoot off for a few minutes. He will be back as quickly as possible. Ferocious is not in, but I'll try and do as much of the questions as possible for you, Captain Stiff. So just going to talk to Captain Stiff about his race experience and try and talk to him about his thoughts as much as possible. Because it was an absolute belter of a race. It was an absolute belter of a race tonight, and I'm sure Captain Stiff would agree with me on that one. Especially his heart was in his mouth on the last few laps with the three-car battle going on, whatever happened. But in your own words, Captain, tell us your experience of that race tonight from start to finish.
Nerve-wracking, horrible. It wasn't pleasant. To be fair, I'm absolutely ecstatic to get a podium there. I wasn't expecting it at all. I really had to fight for that one. So yeah, really not expected. I was expecting him to do well, which is why I'm glad that I've managed to only drop 2 points to him.
Yeah, well, welcome back, Mike. Sorry, I'm just going to talk to you about it in a minute, Mike, but I'm just going to do Captain Stiff first. All right. Uh, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, Captain, you did, like I said, before the race, before last week, he says, oh, I'm rubbish at Belgium. I'm not going to do well at Belgium. Not going to do well. And to be fair, to get a podium on a track that you're not comfortable with, that is still a good race, still a good drive. To be fair, did you knew that the guys behind you had penalties as well, or was you just
I knew that Steele had one, which is why that last lap or last two laps was tricky because I knew that essentially whoever got it on the line was going to get it, and I think on the penultimate lap I picked up two really silly track extendings on I think on in three corners. So yeah, it wasn't ideal because it meant I had to be really sort of cautious on the last lap, and it just made Steele catch up. And then luckily, I think I blocked off. I think he was looking to go to the inside, going into just on the exit of Pouon, but I just blocked it off, and from there it was just save battery and then power all the way up the hill through Blanchimont and just about held him off. But then I knew Briggsy, I didn't think he had any penalties, and he said he picked one up on the last corner of the race. So yeah, yeah, the luck was obviously on my side today.
yeah, definitely. Because when I did not know that Steele had a penalty, because I was just like, Captain Stiff needs to get 3 seconds gained on Steele, and I thought, oh, he won't do it. And I was just like, this is going to be a frantic battle here for the end part. And when I looked at the ending part, because I totally lost what lap we was on because I was watching you guys doing the battle, and I totally forgot Ferocious Dan just crossed over the line at the last. It was only like a few seconds anyway, but yeah, Captain Steve, even though you dropped 2 points compared to you and Mike tonight, was you surprised that Snoop Dogg, Marky, had a DNF earlier on in the race? Would you say?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, I was especially losing it just before Stavilo as well. He must have just touched the gravel and got turned around because yeah, that I could see at the start of the race that Dan and Dan and Snoop just pulling away because they'd obviously started on the supers, and I knew Mike was going to come through the field. So yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. I thought there was so many. I wasn't really comfortable with my setup tonight. It's not. I I kind of I'm so unconfident around the second sector that I put a lot more downforce on, so therefore I'm so slow in a straight line. So it was really tricky to get past people, and I had a
Yeah.
good fight with people like Steele, Briggsy. I seem to be fighting with all race long, and then Stephen was doing really well tonight. And I think um, I'll have a look back at my footage, but I don't know whether we came into contact at Lake On because he lost a load of time after we went side by side into the corner. So obviously, apologies to Stephen if that was in any way my fault, but I think we just went side by side into the corner, and then he seemed to drop back a bit. So I'm not sure if we touched or anything, but
Um,
yeah, it was good.
yeah. Well, oh, if is that the one where I try to remember this right? It's just the one on the Camel Stray part where you turn five after sector one into sector two, where you just turn right after the long Diro Stray.
Yeah,
You went. I saw it as well. From my screen, I don't know if it's the real stuff because we do get some desync parts, but from my screen, you just went ahead, turned in, and Stephen went on the inside, caught your back end of the car, and I think that's what happened. But I might be wrong. Obviously, you guys need to look at the stream and look at what happened there. But from what I looked at, you was going into the corner like normal corner, but Stephen, it looked like he's just got halfway through your car, and then that's when yeah you had a little bit of contact, and Stephen lost a few places, hence by it. But it's like that for some of the races that I've seen with the stewards stuff as well, and you don't know whether they've done it right or not. But we'll have to find out from the stewards to see what they have to say on that one if it does go to that point. But from my point of view, you was ahead of the corner when you turned in anyway. Um, so don't worry, Captain. From what I saw.
yeah. I mean, it's the quickest part of the
Admin
circuit.
privilege, admin privilege.
But you go from top speed down to obviously it's the heaviest braking or one of the heaviest braking points on the track. So to go side by side into that corner, it's both drivers have got to be aware of each other. So yeah, apologies to Stephen if I was involved in him going off the track. I have to look back. But yeah, it did seem on my screen that I was ahead. I had a white arrow behind instead of obviously the red indicating he's alongside. So yeah, yeah. Obviously, that's not what I want. Obviously, I pride myself being quite a clean racer, but yeah, for the rest of the race, it was just trying to keep it clean and trying to keep up with the guys that were fighting over third place because there was no way of catching Dan or catching Mike.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, mate. But like I said, you did so well to stop the gap getting closer from Mike, because after Mike's brilliant drive tonight, do you think this is the chance now? This is, to hold on to first, or do you think there's going to be some shocks coming on the last two races?
No, no shocks. Sorry,
I
I
think
have to.
it all comes down to next week. If I can score in the top six, then then obviously I think it closes
Here
the
we go
deal.
again. I don't like that track very much.
Yeah.
It's one of my weakest.
I mean, I don't. It's one of those. I was talking to Colin about it last night, and and Aaron. It's just one of those tracks that I don't drive around. But like, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I just
What do
don't.
you
It's
mean
one of,
drive around?
like,
What?
as in like, I've got favorite circuits that if I'm going to do TT or if I'm going to do multiplayer, I'll choose certain circuits.
Oh,
And
really?
Abu Dhabi's just never one. It's not always fun. I think the layout's a bit boring. And yeah, so I'll have to do a load of laps over the week to kind of get used to the layout again. But yeah, it's all about limitations now. Just trying to pick up points, and I think I'll have to look at the math later. But
Yeah,
obviously, if I pick up a certain amount of points next week. I
Don't
think.
worry, mate. You got it in
Sills.
the bag, no matter what
Well,
happens.
if it, like I said, if you both say for example, if you Mike had a DNF and at any point in the race next week you or if Captain Stiff extends his lead, extends that gap, you need to try and get a good decent amount of points. Otherwise, that's it. The challenge is over at Abu
Mate, I
Dhabi.
already told you the week before. My objective is to at least be top three. Top three would be ideal to finish top three.
Yeah, no, I know, but
I'm not challenging for the title. I can't, mate. That's unrealistic.
oh, Mike, I've betted on you loads of
Even keep
minutes.
even keeping second will be very hard, mate.
Yeah, it would be very odd to be fair because you got Snoop Dogg, you got Ferocious Dan slowly
How is
catching up.
now? Did you do some calc about the points after tonight?
As far as I know, like I said, I know you had the 19-point gap, so Captain Stiff would be on 107. No, sorry, I take that back. Sorry, Captain Stiff, 102 points. Now, Mike would be on 83 points. Is that right? Yeah, 83 points. 93, 102. Yeah, 90 points. Yeah, 83 points. Snoop would be stick on 64. Froschstein would be on 15 points, so that'll be 71, 76 points. So Froschstein would move up to third. So
So he's
that's
how much behind me now? Eight.
you would be on 80. Well, before tonight, it was 10 point gap between you and Ferocious Dan. So it should
Oh,
be
so it's not seven.
seven.
Oh, okay.
Should be seven
hmm
now. And like I said, before I carry on, good evening to everyone that's joined the session. Colin J says, I want to say congratulations to Podium. So Spud also says congratulations to
Sweet.
top three. So Spud said when last year was 70 going into the last race. That is a magnificent. That was the closest battles, but this one now, 102 points, Captain Stiff. Last question now before I go to Mike. 102 points now. You said at the start I wanted 50 points or 60 points or whatever it was to mid-table to beat it up. You must be thinking double my money now after that. Surely after that
Yeah,
performance.
I mean, I last season I set myself the goal of 40 points, and then towards the end of the season, I think I saw it as if I could potentially have got 50 with the last race of the season in Brazil last year, and I think I ended up on 49, and that was gutting. So yeah, I set myself the goal of 50, and then if I hit 50, then 60 would be good. So to be on over 100 with two races left to go is mind blowing because obviously I don't think it's purely practice. It's not. I haven't changed really, or there's been nothing that I'd say that I've changed about my driving style. It's
No. It's always about the practice, mate.
yeah, it's way above what I thought I'd be because there's some really quick drivers in this league, and I think what's just helped is just trying to stay consistent. I think that's 4 podiums in a row now, which is bear in mind last season in Italy was my first podium, and that felt like a championship win. So yeah, it's a strange feeling to be at the top.
It it it, it would be, to be honest, because when I won my first ever title all those years ago, I was in your position. I was like, this ain't me. This ain't me at the top. You know what I mean? But you just have to keep doing it one race at a time, and if you can do it like that and just aim for a goal, don't matter what anyone else says. It's your race, your mind. Everyone could just put you off or anything, just say, "Oh, he can't do it. He can do it if he beats and cues it," if you know what I mean. But it's just the way that you do it. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish everything. And I'll tell you what, Captain, if you do win the title this season, it's going to be one of your magnificent seasons that you'll never forget. And don't worry, I'll get the DVD sorted and get that signature for you on that one. Um, but yes, so Spud says Stiff is on 100. He's F2. Lol. Stiff has been practicing with F2 guys. That's why he's faster. Is that true? Was you?
Uh, yeah, well, obviously, I've got good friends in Spud and Aaron and Colin. They've all raced in F2 this season, so yeah,
Yeah.
when I've been practicing with them, that gives me a good benchmark of what to aim for. And I mean, I'm still nowhere near them in practice, so to say that I'm F2 is I'm definitely top end of F3. But then next season could be all different. Obviously, you go to a new game, the handling model might be different. So and
Yeah.
then hopefully I'm looking at moving to a wheel, sort of midpoint next season. So yeah, my pace might be all over the shop next season.
Oh, don't say that, Captain. Don't say that. You did a magnificent season. Don't let that drop when you're on the wheel. For God's sake, don't do that. So Spud said, "That's all lies. That's all lies." That's what he says. But yeah, Captain Steve, well done for getting the podium and stopping Mike from crawling those points back into the title challenge coming up soon.
Yeah, bottled qualifying again.
But yeah, I'm just going to speak to Mike now. So well done, Captain, for your podium stuff, and keep up with the good work as always, mate, on that one. Would you mind staying for a few more minutes to talk about Abu Dhabi? Is that all right?
Yep. Yep, of course.
Nice one. Right, Mike. Sorry. Now you can explain what's your thoughts of the race and what your thoughts of qualifying tonight in your own words.
I could have won that, but I messed up qualifying like it's my habit.
What happened in qualifying? Because I saw.
Um, I clipped the right curb on the outlap, Rouge
Oh no!
and seal it bang.
Oh no! Oh,
Yep.
I tell you what. I'll say this now. I said this in the stream earlier, and I'll say it again. All Rouge is always been difficult for the guys for this game and possibly last game as well. But the rest of the other previous games, they were fine. You can do full flat up there. Now people are absolutely struggling up Al Rouge on that one. But I tell you what, that's what that's what you need to get that fighting spirit back from yourself, Mike. Because after that qualifying that on your outlap as well, you had the chance to be on the softs to go as long as possible. Did you felt like you could have done a lot more with the softs, or do you think that was the best that you could have done before you went
I
on to the
think
super soft?
that's it. I went to lap 15.
Yeah,
I think it was 15 or 14. I don't remember yet
it was
now.
about 15 because I think it was 14, 15 because I know Captain Stiff pitched a lap earlier before you. So when Captain Stiff pitted on lap 13, 14, I think. 13, 14.
14.
So you pitched on lap 15, Mike.
Yeah, I think I was at 67% or something like that, so it was time to pit.
Bloody hell. Legend. The
They were,
civilian
they were
legend.
still quick. They were still quick though. But yeah, I burned them quite a bit because of the fighting I did in the first 10 laps.
Yeah. Did,
That really cost me the race. I knew it when I bottled qualifying that max I could do is I think 3, 4, something like that. But I didn't imagine I could finish second.
yeah. Well, it's just madness stuff. To be fair, I think if you pitted at the same point where Captain Stiff was, I don't know whether you would have caught up with Ferocious Dan at
Nah,
that point. But at one point, you was dropping down from 15 to 11 and then coming back to 13. And I thought, you need to get 2 seconds off him if you're on the super softs quickly. But that didn't materialise. But did you
after 4 laps, the supers were done. After 4 laps, actually, then there were there were no speed difference anymore between the mediums and the supers after 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, the super softs don't last long, if you know what I mean. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I fall off quickly.
Yeah, but that's the problem though with the super softs in this track. Some people do the tyre wear perfectly, but some people have their tyre wear just absolutely shot after lap 3, which what happened with Ferocious. No, it was lap 6, sorry, where Ferocious Dan pitted on lap 6 with the super soft tyre as well.
Actually, I was thinking of pitting for the mediums on 8 or 9, but I then managed to overtake some guys, and then I wanted to stay out.
Yeah,
Because if I would got stuck even more, then I'd pit for the mediums.
yeah, it's a bit madness on that one, but
Yeah, but Steve was really slow in sector 3. But you said you had high downforce.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, it was. It's. I just had no power out of the, or no straight line speed, especially out the corners. I just felt like I was bogging down, and I think it was just to try and help me. Like last night, it's the same setup I used in last night, and it worked better in the Red Bull. But I think when you move over to equal, it didn't work as well.
Yeah, I
no.
knew I had good race pace, so I was so pissed yesterday about what happened when I got DNF'd on the first
Y-
lap.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, after what happened with Ben Muscat yesterday, it happened again with Brennan's in the qualifying, and I think it happened with one other driver as well. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Brennan's again. I might be wrong, but it was just madness stuff anyway. But bear in mind, it was a great race from you guys anyway, from yourself, Mike, from that from that um it get when you get hit or when you get like your confidence gets down and you think, oh, this is going to happen to me during the race. But what you guys did as well, you just stuck on. You just think, right, I'm just taking each corner at a time. Forget All Rouge or El Rouge or All Rouge, whatever you call it, or just call Rouge on that one, and just try and avoid, don't make any silly mistakes. And you two driven a great race tonight as well. And there's also Ferocious Dan who can't make it tonight, unfortunately, but I'm sure he would be
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
delighted with the win tonight, with that brilliant drive from him. Um,
Snoop
but
Markey, he spun by himself, or
I didn't see what happened because as soon as I said he was 2.5 seconds ahead of Ferocious Dan at one point, he lost the car. He he had a DNF. He lost the car. He went onto the gravel and he must have hit the wall. But I didn't see exactly what happened. I saw his car got crashed, but what caused it, I don't know. Um, but so Spud also commented saying, "Well done, Mike, for your second place tonight." Um,
cheers, spud.
but yeah, Mike, well done for myself. Well done for getting second place tonight. Would you mind holding on for a few more minutes to talk about Abu Dhabi,
Sure.
Diaby? I call it every time, Abu Dhabi. Um, right. I've spoken to Captain Stiff and Mike about their brilliant drives in the Belgian Grand Prix. Now I'm going to talk to them the usual two questions to them, which they always know of from day one. Um, what are their thoughts of the track, and then what are their expectations next week? So, so for a change, I'm just going to say, Captain Stiff, what are your thoughts of Abu Dhabi, as you said earlier, but repeat again? But also, what are your expectations? Now, don't say I'm not going to do well this track because I know what's going to happen. You're going to have another podium next week if you said that. So,
Well, no, if I can get a setup, if I can get a setup that works, obviously,
yeah,
I've got the potential to be competitive. It's all like around there. It's having the right balance. Obviously, you've got a straight that you've got to have the power to get around, but equally there's so many slow corners that having the right balance around that track is crucial. So yeah, it's a lot of work on that over the week. Like I said before, top 5, top 6, that'd be perfect. Because that would just take the pressure off going into Italy. But then
yeah,
equally, if Mike or Dan pick up a win or second or third, then it could always make the final race a little bit more exciting. So yeah, Obviously, I'd like to get it done as soon as possible, but yeah, it'll be fun one. Just to as long as I can keep my wing intact, then I reckon hopefully it should be a fun race.
Yeah, should be a classic one, regardless whatever happens. But like I said, Captain, you have done a magnificent race tonight. And I tell you what, and your fourth podium in a row is a magnificent achievement. You had two podiums in a row at the start, then you had a dip in form, and now then you had the four podiums in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a fifth podium in a row to break your own record on that one. But you did a magnificent drive, and I wish you all the very best of luck in the next two races. Whether you would win at Abu Dhabi, um, or it could be a Monza pizza a party at there for the Ferrari type. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But well done, Captain Stiff, for third place. You did a magnificent drive as always, and keep up with the good work as always. All right. You got Mike. Mike, last two questions from you. What are your thoughts of the track, and what are your expectations of next week's race?
I said I like the track very much. Uh, since the first time we raced there, and I tend to do good there. So I expect to top three.
You expect top three. Well, you
Yeah,
need to beat you to stand in any chance. I know you said this that you're not challenging for the top title, but to stand any chance, I'm just doing it as a points stuff. You need to try and get within 15-point gap, or way way lower than 15 points between yourself and Captain Stiff to stand any chance of a close race battle for the finale at the end. Because I hope we do, because last season where Colin James spud on the last lap was absolutely manic on that race, and you know, I really do hope that, but Captain Stiff will be absolutely fuming with me after this race. After the time when I keep saying it
I,
on that
actually,
one.
I want to win Abu Dhabi.
So do I.
Now I like now I like the track really much. So it's not a chore. It's something I look forward to drive.
Yeah. Well, whatever happens, Mike, let's hope we have the points to be closer than ever before.
And then we have my favorite track for the end, Monza.
But that's if you can get that Abu Dhabi part first, so we can have a
I don't
classic.
care. I take it race by race. So what
Yeah,
do I care?
I know. I'm trying to answer. I'm trying to get something out of you, Mike, but you're just like, nope, nope, rejected,
No,
nope, rejected, pretty much.
rejected.
So yeah, cheers for that, Mike. Well done for second place, and keep up with the good work as always. You did a magnificent drive, as always. I
Cheers,
like, I
man.
like, I like to thank Captain Stiff and Mike for their podium answers for my podium questions. And I'm sure Ferocious Dennis said earlier that he would have had a great drive tonight to stop the on charge, but he needs to build on again to stand any chance to try and stop Captain Stiff and Mike within the top three. Well, the top two, shall we say, on the point stuff. But guys, like I said, you're more than welcome to stay if you want to hear my final thoughts, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, guys. But thank you very much. I'd like to thank Mike and Captain Stiff for their time on that one. My final thoughts of the race is what a race. What a fantastic race at Belgium. On an iconic track with so much talks going on. It's just, can Captain Stiff extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship? At one point, he would have had 6 points lost between himself and Mike. We would have been a 15-point gap, but because of his on last minute charge on the super softs, he managed to sneakily get into the podium stuff as quickly as possible. I thought Steele had no penalty, which I was a bit confused at part of the race, but I didn't realise Steele had the. I must have said it, but I forgot. Old age with all the penalty stuff anyway. But like I said, it's a fantastic race from everyone. It was a shame about Snoop Dogg Marky, because I think it would have been a different story had had Snoop Dogg Marky hold on in the race. I think he would have got into the top three guaranteed, the way he was getting paced against Ferocious Dan as well. But it's going to be a nerve-wracking stuff. I know I keep saying it to Mike and Captain Steve, and I bet they hate me after I keep saying it every time on this show, on the race itself. But would Captain Stiff hold on to win his first ever championship battle? Or would the ongoing charge of the Slovenian legend of Mike try to clash? No, not clash, sorry. That's never going to work out. But you know what I mean? Trying to catch up with Captain Stiff. He keeps saying no. But I'm sure in the back of his mind, it's like, yeah.
No, no,
He says no
no,
now. He
no,
says no.
no.
He'll say no now, but
Exterminate!
in the Dalek type voice, he's just trying to exterminate me on that one. So, but like I said, I'd like to thank Captain Steve Mike for everything that they do for the admin stuff and the driving as well. It's been a magnificent drive as well. But always remember, always remember, stay classy. I'll see you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week at the glorious race of the Abu Dhabi or Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.